Well, hello. It's about time you got here. Oh, my dear. It's been so long. I can't believe it took you this long to finally come back. Everybody arrived yesterday, and I had no idea why you weren't here with them. I was told about some setback. What was it? Well, nothing is more important than the safety of my loyal pet, right? My most precious, sweet little human. I've been waiting for you to return for way too long. So, so long, my dear. Your scent, your breath, your heartbeat. I can't believe that my loyal pet is finally back and at my mercy. My sweetheart, my soulmate, my star. Is there something wrong? Well, you always seem to forget just how good I know you by now. Not to mention that I can sense it in the air. You came back, but you haven't returned to me yet. Your mind is still somewhere else. Am I right? Now, tell me. I demand answers. And you don't want to let my rich imagination wander around uncontrolled. It can get us to some really dangerous places. You wouldn't want that to happen, right? So why not just tell me all of it? exactly how it is. Hmm? What? And who told you that? Fool. What made them think that I could possibly deny you? My tender lover, my guiding light, my star. Everything I said before, everything was true, and still is. I was waiting for your return, thinking about the time when I can finally squeeze you in my coil again and never let go. You think you would be let inside my chambers tonight if that wasn't the case? Exactly. But knowing that some fool tried to make you doubt me and my feelings for you makes me so furious. I will make sure they pay for that. What? You are way too kind, my dear. My sweet soul. Alright, I will let you take care of it for now. But I might not be as forgiving if I even hear a single word about this ever again. Hearing all of that makes me want to wrap you in my coil. Really tightly to make all of your worries and doubts go away. Would you like that? Would you like that? Or maybe that's exactly what you wanted to happen. What if my cunning servant made up this little rumor to test me and see just how much I would actually care? Would that be too insane to assume something like that? Oh, yeah. would have been quite evil and wrong, cruel even. No, look into my eyes and tell me, are you testing me? Are you the one who's unsure about my true feelings for you? Or my plan for you, for us? Oh, no. My pure soul. I feel quite guilty for doubting you, but I have to admit, this thought is quite amusing. And it would have given me another reason to teach you a valuable lesson. But it's been a long road home. Am I right? Well, in that case, it's our time to relax and forget about all of the foolishness of the real world. None of that matters here. None of them exist. Only you and me. So, come with me. Oh, yes. You have my permission to sit here. If anything, that is my personal request. Because you are not leaving this chamber until you feel fully rested. I want to see that content smile, grace in your face before I can let you go anywhere. Come here. Don't worry about your clothes. Just get comfortable and try to relax. I missed you. I missed you. dear, dear human. You've been working so hard. My restless, my strong, my determined human. You have no idea just how proud I am of you. You make me feel like this every single day. No matter what you may think about yourself, your accomplishment, or the state of your goal, I can see the progress, and I'm filled with pride every time I hear about your next steps. You are serving me so well, my dear. You're such a good, sweet human. My loyal subject. Yeah. You are. Do you mind if I have a taste of my loyal pet? I made my sweet, smart, spectacular lover so much. Yeah, the ears. The cheek. These jaw. And they I missed all of you so much. And you Did you miss that feeling? Feeling me. So close to you. Do you? I certainly missed that feeling of the heat. That heat radiating through your body, and the feeling of your soft, silky skin grazing my scales so gently. But I can see just how tired you are. You need to get some rest before I can welcome you back in a proper manner. I'll be patient, I promise. I bet you missed these silky, soft sheets. They're as soft as the clouds in the sky, right? Now, why don't you focus on your breath and feel all of your muscles relaxing slowly, slowly, from those toes up to your knees, to your hips, to your stomach, up to your chest, then to your shoulder, to your neck, to your head, until all of the worry of the past few days or weeks or even months just leave your body through the top of your head with the help of my finger. by gently tugging on them, taking those little floating threads of all your doubts, overthinking, your fears, brushing it all away until your worries finally leave your body. You don't need them there any longer. Okay. You can repeat this movement for as many times as you need, from your toes to the top of your head. All of those emotions are traveling all the way up for me to take care of them, for me to tug on them and let them go. Let your mind free of them. Your body, your mind, and your heart are finally free. And now feel the flowing, warm energy as my tail is making its way up, swirling around each part of your body, helping you relax. I'm gently tugging on them, helping you relax. Just drift off into a wonderful realm of the stars, where you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry, my love. And I will stay here until you finally wake up. I will be here with you, my sweet, good little human. My loyal pet. I will never let you go. I will never let you leave.